This is Steve Ridgel, and I wanted to talk a little bit today about circles of influence. You know, we all have a circle of influence. If you're a parent or a grandparent, your family's obviously a circle of influence. If you're a younger person, the people immediately behind you are a circle of influence. If you're a young adult, you're a circle of influence for college kids. College kids are a circle of influence for high school kids, and high school kids for middle school, and middle school for younger kids. And well, you know how it goes. And if you're a church leader, you obviously have a circle of influence. And so I thought a lot about what it means to help people learn to follow Jesus in our circle of influence. And two things keep striking me. One is, Paul's famous statement, follow me as I follow Christ. The best thing you can ever do for your circle of influence is not to teach them about Jesus. It's not even to show them. It's for you to be committed to following Jesus, which does show them and does open doors to teach them. But the most important thing is you need to be committed to Jesus, because as a leader, you will never take your followers where you are not. Following Jesus is, you've got to do that. You cannot say to people, do as I say, not as I do. That never does work with Christianity. But I'm also struck by the story of the woman at the well. You remember that story. She finds Jesus, understands living water, gets all excited, runs into the town, says, boy, let me tell you the story. Here's this man. Is he the Christ? And they all come running out, and they ask Jesus to stay for a couple of days, and he talks to them and teaches them. And then they say, we believe, not because of what the woman said, but because of what you have said. I always want to remember the important thing for my kids and grandkids is to follow Jesus. They don't have to do it like I do exactly. They don't have to go to church like I go to church. They don't have to practice their faith exactly like I do. What I want them to do as Jesus followers is love God and love people. And they'll figure out what all that means. But I want them to follow Jesus because of Jesus, not because of Pops. As a preacher, when I was an elder, and as somebody that does work with people and have spiritual influence, I don't want them to say, wow, this is how Steve does it, so I want them to see Jesus through me. Now, if they want to follow me, I want to be real sure I'm lined up behind Jesus. But I really want, because someday I'm not going to be here. I'm not. My grands are going to live most of their Christian life without me alive on this earth. My great-grandkids certainly, if I have those, they certainly won't live their life with me. Even my kids are going to live a bulk of their mature spiritual life without me being here. And that's okay, because above all, I want to instill Jesus. So I just want to remind you today, when you talk about circles of influence and your spiritual legacy and what you want your kids to believe and what you want your grandkids to believe and what you want the people that you influence to believe, and as a church leader, what you want your flock to believe, it's all about Jesus, never about you. And so I think that's worth remembering. This is Steve Ridgel telling you, I hope I point you to Jesus, but it's Jesus you need to see.